ArabeSquad Ballet Studio was formed based on the ideal of creating ballet consciousness into a beautiful art form and providing training with international standards without forgetting the fun side of learning the ballet itself. Established in 2008, the studio continues to strive for its founder's vision by reconstructing dance to allow dancers the ability to perfect their technique and form, so it flows naturally and passionately from within. We cultivate the individual artist within you in a fun way. The dance training at the ABS has been designed into levels appropriate to the age, maturity, and dance expertise of each student. The studio also developed a strong sense of discipline, self-motivation, artistic appreciation, and determination to meet new challenges.
Hi everyone, I'm here in Bandung in Indonesia and I've had the pleasure of examining at the ArabeSquad Ballet Studio, and I just want to share with you how excited I am by the standard of work here at the school and how polite and hard-working the students were. I believe dance teachers help parents nurture and grow the next generation of amazing young talents. Thank you.
I'm here in Montreal and I'm giving the workshops here today in Studio Arabesque, and it's really fun to be here with such a nice students that I can see so much dedication and motivation to do nice and hard work. So I had really a lot of fun and I'm looking forward to come back here again soon. So if you're hesitating, just come here because there are some excellent classes happening.
Hai semua,
Apa kabarnya? Kita ketemu lagi di Arabes YouTube channel
Dance Talk Volume 3 with Miss Cristina Sasso. So, sekarang semuanya pasti penasaran ya. Mungkin ada yang bukan dari Arabes member, mungkin ada yang bingung Miss Cristina Sasso ini siapa sih? So, sebelum kita ngobrol sama Miss Cristina, kita akan lihat dulu video profile dari Miss Cristina Sasso.
Yuk kita lihat sama-sama. Let's go.
Hai, welcome back. Udah selesai nonton videonya Miss Cristina Sasso. So, sekarang kita akan panggil Miss Cristina Sasso-nya. Kita akan sapa Miss Cristina Sasso. Hello, Miss Cristina. Can you please unmute?
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Hi everyone. How are you? Good?
Good.
How is the situation in Indonesia? Still difficult for the emergency of COVID, right?
Yes. Hopefully everyone staying safe. And how about in Italy? Because Miss Cristina now living in Italy, right?
Yes, I live in Italy, in Rome. Well, I'm a former principal dancer in Roma Opera House. I will retire in like 5 months. Actually, the 31st of December will be my last day in the theater as a dancer. But I already start my career as a professional ballet teacher. I'm now talent scout for European School of Ballet in Amsterdam, directed by Geneviève Kerr. And it's one of the top schools we have in Europe. And so when I go in the world doing masterclass or teaching, if I see a talented dancer, I make him or her go study in Amsterdam.
Yes.
So yeah, and actually also the director of the company, Roma Opera House, Teatro dell'Opera di Roma, we say in Italian. She's Eleonora Bagnato. She is actually étoile from Paris Opera, and also she gave me the possibility to teach the company the daily class in the morning and the giving rehearsal. I was assistant for Benjamin Petch, who is also an étoile from Paris Opera. He choreographed Swan Lake last season, was a huge success. And I was assisting his choreography. And so, yeah, I'm very happy about how the things are going. A lot of work and very stimulating and challenging.
Wow, great.
So, yes, I know the girls had some questions for how is the life
In
as
a
a dancer in the company.
In Indonesia, we know right now we don't have any ballet company, and so many ballet dancers, so many ballet students, they think about like going to like ballet company or like dance company. So it's really interesting to let them know since more earlier about how about like audition in a company, how about company daily routine life, and how about and everything about that. And so teman-teman yang mau nanya-nanya tentang company live in company bisa langsung chat di YouTube chat
So everyone, you can chat and ask the question in the YouTube chat. We will read and ask to Miss Cristina. So no worries, whatever you want to ask about company life, you can ask ya. Jadi kalau misalkan mau tanya, kebetulan Miss Cristina ini memang dia hidupnya banyak di company. Jadi I know like in the first time you in the Roma Opera company, then you ever going to
Napoli, San Carlo in Napoli.
Tulsa Ballet Company
in the Tulsa Ballet, yes.
Yeah.
And then back to Roma Opera House again.
Yeah.
So yeah, the thing is, I have some question they already asked me. So I start dancing. Well, I start dancing when I was 9 years old. It was not too early, not too late. I think this is the best age, because before is for sure only a moment you have fun, you want to put the tutu on and play with the music and like playing your ballerina, which is a good thing, but sometimes the body is not ready. The articulation, so you cannot really force them to do some stuff that for them at this age are not difficult, but can be sometimes even dangerous. So I think 9 years old is the perfect age to start with. Even now they start even 6, but I mean a normal bar is not supposed to be before 8 years old, I think. So I start at 9. And because my mother, she was always she loved to play classical music at home. We were the whole day listening to classical music, any kind, opera, concert, ballet music. So, I have to say, Tchaikovsky that made me really dream about, because he composed music not only for ballet, but I think was really something that fit with ballet, Tchaikovsky. So when I was listening to Sleeping Beauty or Nutcracker, anything he composed for ballet was really like a moment of dream for me. So I remember I was in Sweden. We had a house with a garden all around the house. And I was pretending like the garden was a stage, and people inside the apartment behind the window, they were watching me. So I was playing, coming out from a tree, and maybe, like Cinderella, or I have a picture about this. So it was fun. So yeah, I start like listening music, and my mother one time she bring me to the Roma Opera House to watch a performance and watch Sleeping Beauty. And I was totally amazed by the atmosphere, this feeling that only the theater gives you, for me, for my opinion, where you can even kind of feel the smell of the theater, the dust and the makeup and the clean costumes. Right. And it was like everyone looked like velvet or, powder for the skin. It was really, I remember, if I have to think about this, I remember really the smell of this performance. And this is what, even now, today, is the thing that gives me this kind of magic, is when I watch a ballet, really, if I don't smell anything, it means there is no magic. So this is something, especially in the States, that is different from the school.
When you when you stay at home, so it's kind like no magical things because
exactly.
Right now, so I maybe like right now you really miss the theater because it's really amazing when you do like something live, dancing on the stage. It's different when you dancing on the maybe like video, kind of like that. And can we call like the first time you fall in love with dancing because your mom raised you with all the classical things,
Yeah,
yeah, sing,
definitely.
yeah, and drag you into the theater.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Of course, there has to be. Okay, at this time we didn't have YouTube, Instagram, so you couldn't watch anything about ballet in the social. So of course, it has to be a moment where you have this contact with this career, with this job. I prefer to call it a passion, but yes, there is this moment. It happens that you meet this world. Maybe somebody never met this world in the past, never met this world in the past, but they had a lot to give. Now I think, yeah, definitely is because I went to the theater and because the background that I was listening music, classical music every day, and that was. So the first thing it happened is that I wanted to go in any school. I didn't care about the most important school of the city. I just wanted to go in whatever. And the closest one to my apartment was a garage to park the car.
okay,
But to park 3 cars, not even that big, but was really so close that I felt this is perfect because I can go by myself, or it's 5 minutes. Having the feeling that a studio, a ballet studio, was like very close to my apartment, like even was, I can say, my apartment, like a place close to my apartment. I can reach it, and I can go there very easily. So I said to my mother, this is perfect for me. And she said, okay, maybe we can try to look for something else, a bigger place, and maybe more important school. I said, no, I don't care. Because what takes each school in the whole world have one thing in common. The smell in the studio is the same everywhere.
yeah.
Live. Or atmosphere, I don't know. Atmosphere, smell for me is kind of the same thing. There is a bar, like a floor, maybe linoleum, maybe it's parquet, maybe it's very, very modern, and maybe it's old and not really good. But the atmosphere when you enter in a studio and you see a bar, this is also something very magical. So I was really like, when I saw a studio, I say, okay, here I'm gonna really work very hard. I want to be like this one I saw in the Sleeping Beauty, which actually was at this moment was Elisabetta Terabust, and she switched with Carla Facci, and they are 2 big star in Italy for okay. Now one Elisabetta Terabust, unfortunately she passed away like I think 3 years ago. I don't remember, sorry, but recently, and was a huge loss for the ballet in Italy, ballet world in Italy. So my mother then, she really fight a little bit with me, and she say, no, you have to go in a better school, more important, famous, because it's okay. I agree, because they have to teach in a proper way. Sometimes small school, you don't know the teacher if she has a background that it's good for you. Yeah. So I entered Balletto di Roma, and the school still exists now. Since this was when I was 9 years old. Let's say 1983. So now the school still exists, and I went there and I jumped immediately. I jumped 1 class. I started with I don't remember the level of the session, but I went immediately to like everyday class with the bigger girls.
Wow.
And then that's it. This is how I started ballet, let's say. This is how it happened, everything. So I think we have another question.
When you were in a young...
makes my interest to ballet world is because I listen to music. I really loved it, like love at first sight. So my first company experience, my first company experience was in Italy, and it came after a period where I went studying first in Monte Carlo. I had a scholarship for Princess Glass in Monte Carlo. This year was directed by Marika Besubratova. And then I went to Heinz Bosl Stiftung in Munich. The director was Constance Vernon. And then when I was 19, I came back in Italy because I wanted to make the exam for the normal school, like the real normal school. And immediately after I got the diploma from my study in the language in Italy, then I did an audition for Roma Opera House. In this moment, the director was Vladimir Vasiliev.
So that was 19 years, right?
Yeah, I was 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before 19, you keep doing ballet school.
Yeah. Not training, ballet school, only ballet school, and only this some summer intensive.
Right.
I have to say I did the beautiful summer intensive with great teacher in Italy. But then I did this audition, and I say, I'm 19, maybe I felt I was not really so in shape, like not physically, I was skinny, but I felt I was not really ready the maximum for this audition. And then it was really a huge surprise because when the result came out, I was in. So I was the sixth one. It was like he took in 12, 13, and I was the sixth. For me, it was like, oh my God, I can't believe. I was so happy.
Before you were 19, did you exercise your ballet like every day
or like
in a
twice,
ballet?
3 times?
Every day.
Oh,
I did every day class already since I was 11, let's say. Every day since I was 11.
And how many hours you practiced that time?
Well, in Munich and even in Monte Carlo, we didn't do just only the daily class, but we did also repertoire, history of ballet, and music, and then modern, contemporary, pas de deux, everything. The whole day in the studio.
Wow.
So it's just ballet school, but you do the class like almost whole day. So like after your school, you go to ballet school.
Yeah, I do everything, and I came home in the night, and then I was studying by myself, and that's it. Yeah, every day, because it's normal. If you want to really join a company, that is what you're gonna do. You're gonna be in the theater the whole day.
So actually, like,
amazing.
What time you usually going to your ballet school? After maybe you finish school, maybe like 4 or 3 o'clock, and you go straight to ballet class, or?
No. In this time when I was in Monte Carlo in Munich, I was studying the normal school by myself. So I kind of quit Rome, and the school in Rome, we're talking always about the normal school, and I was doing ballet school the whole day, coming home, studying normal school by myself with books and everything, and prepare myself for the end of the year to do an exam for the normal school in Italy, language. So I can make it by myself, like studying by myself. Maybe if I don't study enough every day, I study a lot in the weekend. Yeah, a lot of sacrifice. Yeah.
So actually,
anyway, yeah.
How long you study in normal school for in a day? In a day, how long you study for your normal school, beside your ballet school?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Maybe, yeah, because in this moment now I know that there are a lot of teachers that guides you with the internet, with Zoom, with private class, video class, Skype class, and they really guides you every day if you want to be like doing the exam in the normal school alone at the end of the year. But in this time, I had nothing, not even a computer. So you have to do all by yourself. Maybe in the Christmas vacation or Easter vacation, when you come to visit your parents, you study the most you can.
Okay.
Because I have to say, when I was in Munich, I didn't really want to come home. I was so tired from the whole day doing ballet, point, shoes, repertoire, and everything, that I was like, enough. So, but it happens, I did both of them. So if you want something in your life, this is always the secret for everything.
Sacrifice.
Whenever you want really something from your heart, you do whatever. There's
Right.
no excuse. You can do whatever.
Wow.
So for this passion I had was my life. Nothing was a sacrifice. Nothing. So yeah.
About you do the audition for the company. Is it like, maybe it's so interesting to know like what kind of preparation did you do before you're doing audition, and there's any like some, I think, like criteria, yeah, Miss Jessica, criteria to be selected in a company before the audition, maybe like, oh, you need have height maybe like minimum like 160, or like under 160 maybe you cannot be accepted, or some kind like that.
And also, I want in the audition, what did they ask you to do? I mean, did they ask you, or they ask you something, and then you need?
Both questions depends where you do the audition, what kind of company, what kind of dancer is looking for the director. So this is really unknown. Until you don't go in the studio, you have no idea what he's looking for. Maybe you're a beautiful, tall and blonde, and he wants short and black hair. Maybe he really wants skinny, very skinny, so skinny, and another one don't like too skinny dancers. So, and maybe sometimes he think he wants something, but then he fall in love for something else. Maybe suddenly he choose a blonde one, even if he used to like black hair. Sometimes it happens that in ballet, if you are very, very blonde in a company and everybody is dark hair, that's not the reason why I color my hair, but sometimes it happens. If you are the only one blonde, they make you do the spray. For Giselle, Corp De Ballet, maybe everybody is Billy and everybody's black hair, very white skin, and suddenly you see a blonde one, very blonde. So sometimes they tell you, please make a spray in your hairs to make it darker. So you really never know.
Wow.
Of course, the only thing you know, if you go in a very contemporary company, it's because first of all you choose to do contemporary in your career, or maybe you love classical but you want to do an experience in contemporary for some years, or I don't know. Sometimes you cannot really choose the company you want, the style, because the competition between dancers, and there is now a lot of competition, it's so hard and difficult that you just go and do the audition wherever you, and wherever you are, you will be accepted. It's gonna be a very happy day. So it really depends. I think that the best thing is that each dancer know himself and know if he's in shape. You have to present yourself, whatever they are looking for, the best for you. So you have to be the director of yourself, watch yourself from outside and being like, am I really on shape? Am I really looking maybe good? Should I do some exercise for my leg, for my abductor? I'm turning, and you have to be sure that it's like you are going to a party. When you go to a big party and they tell you that there is a dress code, you want to be perfect. So you take a very good shower, you put a cream that softens your skin, a makeup, not too much, not too less. So everything has to be like, you have to be perfect for yourself, and calm, of course, but in the same time concentrate and focused and with energy. It's a very big challenge. I think not even when you dance on stage, maybe even a principal role, you have this feeling, because when you dance a role, you know what you have to do. You know you have been chosen. They put trust on you. So, and it's an artistic moment, technical, of course, but you have a responsibility different. You know that there are people that pay a ticket to watch you. So this feeling gives you an energy. Mm-hmm. In the audition, you don't have a lot of energy because you are like, oh my God, I hope I'm gonna make it. Maybe in the studio, and you see the people really in front of you. The audience, you don't really see them. If you want to watch them, you can see them. Even if some ballet, you don't have to watch the audience, because only in special kind of ballets you have to really to watch the audience. Some other ballet, you really have to make them have the feeling that you are inside the room and you are telling the story, but you are not making them watch me, I'm doing this. You know, it depends. This is culture of ballet, and it's another subject that is huge subject. They write books about this. But in the studio, you really see the people there and watching you with the paper and the pen, thinking, really like this. So it's not a great feeling. I hate it. I hated this feeling when I was, especially if you are a very technical dancer, then you might like it because it's more close to sports. You have to reach a challenge, you have to win a challenge. So you really want to, of course, if you do 3, 4 periods, 5 periods, people will watch you like this. But normally, most of the time, I hope so, actually, they watch many other things. So you have to be very musicality. You have to have a lot of musicality, a lot.
Right.
Because this means intelligence, artistic sense, and it means also you're gonna have technique. When your technique is weak and maybe you're gonna fail, with the right musicality, you have the rhythm, and the rhythm is technique, because it's in between the step. When you do it, I mean, everything will look clean when you watch it. Mm-hmm. Even if you have a lot of technique, you do a lot of periods, or you jump a lot, or your legs is here, or whatever, without the musicality, it's not gonna look good. So it's much better when you do 2 periods with the right tempo, and not even having musicality, but showing the audience that you have the musicality. Because many have musicality, but they don't show they have it. Like, I have it, but I don't care. No, you have to show it. You have to be like a piano, like a violin. You have to be the orchestra director of your body in this moment, like he is doing this, and you have to do it with your movements. So this gives the audience a feeling of, it's good to watch. So this is something that they watch a lot, musicality. And when I go teach,
we ask the audience to feel what we play, so to let the audience to feel the situation, the ambience, the dancer feeling. Maybe if you want dancer Giselle, the audience also will feel like how sad her life, something like that. So maybe we need to have like musicality, expression, and more also technique. So all of them it's very important. So
yeah, it's very important. But actually, if you think about when you go to listen for a concert, so there is no ballet, maybe it's not even an opera, it's a concert. You listen the music, but you enjoy really watching the orchestra director, how he moves, how he gives the attack. It's like you're watching a ballet. So it's
So
very important. It's something the director in the company, they really care about.
So actually, when you dance ballet, you need to have the moment of the movement with the right musicality, right?
So important. And that's what I really care a lot when I go teach. Is maybe it's the thing I care the most, to show the girls that it's so important to be in the right tempo, and don't rush, be calm, focus, be together with the music. It's also something that gives you a feeling you really enjoy when you start doing it. You really enjoy it. So yeah, this is the criteria. It's very difficult to tell because it really depends on what they want. So I think the secret for all of them to know is like when they go in competition. Actually, when they go competitions, like they're doing an audition. In the same time, it's like they are dancing. So competition, I'm not a fan because now there are so many competition, and sometimes I have the feeling it's more a business. But anyway, it gives the girls the possibility, especially in places where you don't have a ballet company, they can put their final dream in being on stage, putting makeup, the music, the costume, the variation of their dream that they have studied for the whole year. So I agree that it's a very good thing for them. And they have just to be the best way they can be in this moment and prepare themselves physically, but mentally also. Which it doesn't mean being afraid or scared, but it means get ready to enjoy this moment. Get really ready to see, okay, I want to go to this party. I can't wait. And not, I'm afraid. They won't enjoy it. They're afraid. They really have to, okay, think about if this opportunity was not there, maybe I was sad. So it's there, and I want to enjoy the maximum and have the feeling, even a variation that lasts for 2 minutes sometimes, this is the tempo, 2 minutes. It cannot be like you're feeling you are in a washing machine. Oh my God, I did the diagonal. Sometimes I remember, I didn't even remember exactly. I had like flash, oh, this I should do it better, but how I went, like when you fall in the street by accident and you try to imagine how did I fall? What happened before I fall? Did I put the foot like this, or maybe you don't remember? So it's important that each second of this 2 minutes variation, they really enjoy it together with the music.
Important.
This is so important.
So Cristina,
and people would,
you ever talked to me before about like in Europe, it's so many ballet company. It's really, really a lot ballet company. Then actually like maybe let's say Europe ballet company is kind of like of a standard of like world ballet company. So maybe like generally in Europe, maybe like some girls sometimes they think about like the physical criteria for like being ballet dancer. Sometimes you cannot too short or you cannot too tall, or like maybe the ideal like weight. Maybe they keep like careers because they keep like on diet, or like they thinking like they too short, they too fat. Maybe you can like share the common criteria for the physical in ballet company in Europe?
Well, as I told you before, this is very, for example, in Italy, if you are too tall, you won't enter a company if you are too tall. Not because they don't like you, because everybody, the medium height for the girls is from 1 meter 63, 4, let's say even 62, till maximum 69. When you are already 72, you're out. So you have to really watch don't waste your time going auditioning in a company where you know for sure you're not gonna be taken. So in Germany there are very tall girls. Then if you're short, I mean, if you want to do it for an experience, but don't think they're gonna take you. So this is about watching. Yeah, maybe in Holland they are very tall, for example. But also now that we have YouTube, you can really play a performance of the company where you want to go, and you can. It's not so easy to guess the heights from the video, but you can guess it a little bit watching the whole company. So this is really, you have to watch by yourself, because also it changed. Maybe come a director that say, oh, the half of the company, I don't want it anymore. Bye-bye. we never see each other again anymore. So in this moment, he take the opposite, all tall people or all short people. So this really depends. But as I told you before, the best thing is to take care and take a look of where you want to go auditioning. Well, I suggest for people outside from Europe, the best thing is, first of all, to do an investment, come 1 month, 3 months, try to study, only study in a place, maybe even change a little bit. There are some companies that offer you the possibility to take class with them. Now for the COVID, I don't think so, because also in Rome, we are very few. We study 12 by 12. We take class 12 by 12 in groups. But it happens that they give you the possibility to study with the company. So already, you see the company. That's what I did when I was young. Not only auditioning, I was asking if I can study in Zurich, in Basel, in Genève. One time I was in Lyon, in France, and I was shocked because I said, I want to go Lyon. I was 18. I want to go Lyon. I want to go Lyon so bad. I went there, and I was so very classical dancer. Even I love contemporary, and after I did a lot of things in my career for contemporary, but I was really classical. I was 18, coming out from the school, and the company was so contemporary that I was shocked. I said, oh my God, this is the wrong place. And Yui Vamos was the director, and he do only contemporary choreography. Beautiful, I have to say, but I was not used. So he put the music of Romeo and Juliet, and I was, this music is so beautiful, but then the movement were so contemporary that I could not even so much learn the choreography, because this was movements I was not used to it. Even if I was doing contemporary in the school, the movements in choreography is different. That's why, contemporary is also important too. But you do a lot of this in your school, so I see you do a lot of things.
There's a question from Kilau. What the most memorable or like unforgettable moment in your dance life? Maybe in your company life, when you're in company, like when you're doing audition, do you have like something unforgettable? Maybe like the good things, or like some like embarrassing things, or like some, oh my goodness, how come I do this? And like something like that, maybe like the unforgettable moment.
Well, I really should think about this question for one entire week and maybe next time, because there are so many embarrassing moments, beautiful moments, and nightmare moments, that so many, because I started dancing when I was 19 in a company, and now I can say I don't care, but I'm 46. So can you imagine how many memories I have? And embarrassing moment, a funny one, so you want to know, is well, I have many. I have to say it never really happened in my life, but it's really embarrassing. Maybe it happens 2 times in my life when you really totally forget what you have to do
Oh, on the
Wow.
stage.
on the stage. But this, okay, like twice in so many years is nothing, but maybe you're doing this performance. Okay, it was a Corp De Ballet at this moment. Thanks God, because I was watching the other. Because when you're alone, even if it happens, especially if it's not a repertoire, so that you really have to do these steps, and everyone is waiting for these special steps because they know this step is in the choreography because it's repertoire. So when it's a creation, even if nobody will know, and maybe somehow you wanted a little bit to change it to look more, you can do this, you can do it. But when you're in Corps de Ballet, you're doing repertoire, and I was like, maybe this was we did this show like 20 times. So you just push the button with a lot of happiness and of course professionality, but you are really now so tired and your body just goes doing the choreography that it happens that maybe in a pose you are thinking, I have to say it happens. Okay, now wait, tomorrow I have to go to the doctor and okay, good. Because there is a moment you can think that in so many years of career. And so maybe you don't attack the movement with the others because you keep thinking about tomorrow I have to go to and so this is embarrassing. It's a nightmare for a dancer to forget to the choreography. It's really a moment where you hope when you goes out from the stage and the performance is finished and the director or the assistant or the ballet master, if you watch him, you just go like this and really you are afraid that he will tell you, this moment or what happened, did you forget? Maybe they don't say anything because they didn't pay attention because it was not that big deal. You couldn't really see it. So this is the embarrassing. The most beautiful moment is one I remember really. Each time is the same one. When I was dancing Cinderella as a principal. And then, I love Prokofiev, first of all, and Romeo and Juliet and Cinderella, both of them, I really love them. I had the chance to be second cast of Eugenia Oberzova, which is a talented, very beautiful prima ballerina, worldwide known. So I learned a lot from her, but then I say, okay, now I have to do watching her doing rehearsal, I learned a lot. And then in this moment, the curtain opened and the music plays the notes of Prokofiev. And this special theme that comes over and over during the ballet is the same one always. And there was the scenography and everything. So I was really like, okay, it was magical. Just I can describe it. Was really a very magical moment. It's the one I will remember forever. And then also moment I remember, I love the dressing room. Each time an act is finished and you go back to the dressing room, maybe you have to change your costume and you have to put other point shoes and do again the makeup. But you are thinking how it was the performance until now. Okay, now I have to push, or now I can enjoy, or this was not really good. My God, why I did this? I didn't like the way I did it, and you just have to say, okay, forget, like a shower, because if you keep thinking about these bad things you did, you're gonna make mistake more. So, it's beautiful moment where the time stops, and the time stops and you are alone and you have to make it till the end. this is what I will miss. But these feelings, also the people from the Corp De Ballet have the same feeling, I have to say. Each time you have a responsibility anyway. Even if you do Corp De Ballet or if you are soloist, in some places there is Corp De Ballet and also people that are choose in the Corp De Ballet to be in the first line always, like the leader of the Corp De Ballet. So there are a lot of difference. There is Corp De Ballet people sometimes in some company that are always first line, so they are like the one that lead everybody. Nice. And then there is soloist, demi-soloist, then there is prima, but it depends because we have also étoile we have, and it's a career that it's quite challenging. So yeah.
So you in the company since like you're 19, and do you know like can we know about your daily life in company when you are going on company, like maybe what time you start a class in company and you do rehearsal, and maybe do you have like some hang out with your friends, company friends, or no hang out, or just every day like just class rehearsal and dying at night?
Okay.
Wake up.
Yeah, I have many memories, different memories depending from the age and the city and the place where I was. Let's start from this company. We have daily class at 10 o'clock until 11:20. And the teachers switch and change. Sometimes we have one teacher for 2 weeks, sometimes for 1 month. And they're always different because it's good that you study different style. And some teacher are giving a class that is slow and strong. Some give a class that is faster and with a lot of different kind of rhythm. So already the class is a challenge. Then we have the rehearsal that starts 11:30, and we usually have a break for lunch, but half-hour break. Yeah, that you cannot really eat, but it's good because you cannot really eat while you are doing rehearsal, have a stomach full of food and
fried chicken on lunch.
Yeah, exactly. Even less, not even sometimes. Well, actually, me, but not because I wanted to do a diet, but I could not really eat in half an hour, especially when I was dancing rolls, because I was changing my pointe shoes, maybe putting my feet under the water. I didn't really have time to eat. And I'm not this kind of person bringing my little box. I wish I was like this, but I'm not this person, very methodical, how you say. So no box food from home. I went to the bar, just grabbed some coffee or a sandwich, a small sandwich, but something very small. But usually we have this break for 30 minutes, and then we start again until 5:30, 4:30, 5:30, sometimes people also 7 o'clock. When we do performance, when performance come, usually we go rehearsing on stage instead of the studio. 1 week, let's say 1 week before the performance, sometimes less. And the daily routine is different because we go in the morning, we take the class, we do 2 hours of rehearsal, then we go home and we come back in the evening, or for rehearsal or for performance if the performance started. Yeah. So we have like, we work the whole day, I have to say. Yeah.
So can we know like when in company, generally like when you dance as a dancer, how many times like you perform in a month, I think, or like in the week? Maybe like we usually like one company have like so many shows from like at the 1 week. Maybe they have like 7 and 8 shows, and like how many times usually dancer?
We usually do like depends, because sometimes we did a ballet only 6 months ago, so we really rehearse this production for 2 weeks and we go immediately on stage. If we already knew the production, we already knew the choreography. And then sometimes it's completely something new creation, new choreographer, that maybe we stay 1 month and a half, included the rehearsal on the stage. So 1 month, 10 days, 1 month, 2 weeks, and then we go on stage and we do, it depends, sometimes not less than 7 show, 6, 7 show. The minimum is 5, but it's rare. So we do even 14, 16, depends. In Nutcracker, we did a lot of shows. We do afternoon and evening. But I have to say, we stay now after this situation. I don't know how the things will change. If they will do a lot of performance, because the audience cannot really enter like before, and they cannot stay together.
Yes,
so
correct.
close. So maybe they maybe with just an idea they will do more show and less people. Maybe, we don't know. But there are companies that do like performance every day. English National Ballet, I remember, was one of these companies that everybody was shocked. Like, if you were taking at the audition, the other colleague dancer would say, "Good luck, because you're gonna die."
So maybe can we say, like, if you want going to like ballet company or dance company, you really need to know to have like survey about the company and maybe the general height criteria or like physical criteria from that company, and check yourself, is it you fit in their criteria or not. So maybe you can like take a possibility, if you're going to audition, you will be accepted or not, like that.
Yeah, I think at one point that if this is what you want to do, you just have to do it as much as you can wherever, even if it's not the criteria. You will never know. Maybe, of course, I told you that the director have an idea of what he's looking for, what he wants, or what he doesn't like. But at the end, you never know. You just have to try as much as you can. It's very hard because, I mean, for all the dancers that are not working in the beginning and they want to start also earn money from this beautiful career and passion they have. But of course, when they are young, if they don't have families behind them helping them, it's difficult to make a lot of auditions. So, because the travel, the hotel, and maybe the chance that you are not, you won't pass the audition. So, as much as you can, in the best shape you can, mentally, physically, wherever. This is the mandatory for each one who starts and who wants to do this career in a ballet company, is just doing a lot of audition everywhere. And because it's also good for themselves, because in a certain way it prepares you for the stage, for the life in the company, because it's so different when you take class in your own school or you do the competition with your own school, with the teacher giving you a hug and kiss, and then suddenly you are there alone with nobody. And so it's really scary, but it's something that if they want, they will find the courage to do it and get happy if they pass it, or get really sad and keep working hard and keep dreaming on for the next one. So
after ballet school, when you go to the company, it seems like welcome to the real world of the dancer life.
yeah. And I know many young people that they told me, "Oh my God, I didn't know it's so different. It is really different world. It's scary, but I like it." So at the end,
That's the sense of the joining a company.
yeah. About the atmosphere, you were asking me if it's okay. We do rehearsal, we do performance. There were a company in Napoli actually where after the performance we used to really go out together in restaurants, and we were very close company. Not always this happened, and Rome is a big city. People live very far. Napoli is a very small city. The theater is in the center of the city, and everybody mostly lives around, so it's easier. But in Napoli, I have the restaurant open until 1 o'clock in the night. But in Rome, it's a bit different. People live far away. Most of the people have family and children, and so we are not really going so much outside together, but we are very united. And yeah, anyway, it's good to stay together. When we have the chance to be all together, we are very happy. Yeah. Especially in summer, it happens that in summer we are more together. And this is, I think, is the best feeling one company have, to be part of a family.
Yes, because maybe like all the company member, they spend time more than they spend time with their family.
Yeah, I can say that I have a lot of people in the company that really are like my sister, because I see them every day. I know everything. I guess immediately when they enter the dressing room how they feel from how they look.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what happened in their daily life only by watching them. So, and this also happened, of course, also with the staff. You have this feeling that you are living in a family, and I think it's a very good feeling. And when someone quits this world, of course, you not only miss the part of dancing and performing, which I have to say is the one I will miss the most. Not in the studio, not the stage. I will really miss the stage. Even for a walk, I don't have to dance like 32 forte, but I will miss the stage, the smell of the stage. But anyway, yeah, when you live completely a world that it takes you and was your life for so long.
So, Miss Christina, what age do you think like the good timing to try to going to join the audition of the company? Some girls sometimes they think like what time, like in what age, I think, yeah, Miss, yeah, they really like it's a good timing to try the company, or like the age that do you think like it's too late to trying the company life?
Okay, things change since I was a teenager, so, but I can say that 18 is the beginning. If you are 17 and it's good for you, it's because someone tells you you are ready to go auditioning, or a director see you in a competition and wants you to join the company. But maybe 17, you won't think by yourself, especially because you will have a teacher that suggests you where to go. If it's a moment, you can start to do the audition. So I think from 18, the maximum. Well, this also is very difficult to say because I was after 30 when I joined Tulsa Ballet. So, which normally in this age, you don't audition anymore. Because it's supposed to be that you are already in a company and you are dancing and you find your job and you find your dream company. So I think that maximum, what I hear now around, after 25, you start to be a bit old. Or you can audition, but you have to have had already an experience in one company and then you switch companies. So you do an audition, but you have already experience. You just change company. Then that's what happened actually when I went to Tulsa Ballet. I was not new. I mean, if it's your first job, if it's now for 24, 23, you never worked before in a company ever, it's difficult because they watch of if you were where you were working. So if they think you have no experience at 23, maybe it's not really good. So I think to start 18 and to end, it depends how your life goes, but maybe after 28, sometimes they put the age, like from this age until this age, from this height until this height. So you know already most of the time. And now what they ask is, before was only the class, and most of the time now they ask a variation, and they tell you what kind of variation you have to show.
So it one of kind of the audition, maybe you need to then have, you need to know like the really detail about variation.
Yeah, you have to know the variation, and especially this choreography, not only the variation, but this choreography. Yeah, not whatever choreography. And sometimes they tell you you have to watch the video of this variation danced by, and the dancer who danced it, because they think this dancer did it in a perfect way, the style and everything.
So when you were in an audition, the judges asked you to dance actually.
Normally they watch you in the bar and they do already a selection. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. You go till the end of the class, but it can happen that after the bar they tell you thank you, goodbye. So you take your bag and you get out from the studio.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And you say, my God, took a train 20 hours to do a bar, and that's how it works. It happens. Because when there is so many people in the center, they take out the people that really they're sure they don't want, to watch better the people they like, who is the best one. So I was in audition, and I can say that it's very difficult to focus on the people you like when there is everybody.
Too much.
And then especially many times, if they don't do a pre-selection, sometimes they do a pre-selection, so you have to send the video. They watch you from the video if you can come for the audition on the studio. So there is already a selection from the video. But I can say that many times anybody can to audition. So people that are really good, talented, people that are okay, but sometimes people that maybe they cannot even have their own space, and they go in the space of the other. So it's really start to become, and everybody's so stressed. So sometimes they do a pre-selection and they keep only the people who they want.
In companies, how often they open an audition in a year? How often they open for auditions?
Normally they used to do audition once a year. Once a year, not more than one time in the year. And sometimes maybe they're full, they don't need anybody, and each 2 years, but most of them each year.
So Miss Cristina, like in this kind like of pandemic season, we call pandemic season because we don't know like
over. A good name.
Yeah, in the pandemic season, so it's kind of like Christmas season.
Pandemic season is nice.
Okay, do you have any tips like for the girls and like for all the dancer who really have a dream to going to company, maybe in Europe, in States, maybe in Asia, in wherever they want? Do you have any tips like to keep like practice, or like what kind they need to prepare while they're staying at home to keep help them staying with their dreams to become like company dancer?
Well, I have to say that for those that are really, really in a good way sick about being a professional dancer, there's no tips to give. They already know, and they have their energy. So even they spend one day doing a lot of exercises, and another day maybe go a little bit shopping, it's okay, but they want it. They want this so much. So not so much to say, because they already have the whole energy to get this goal. But for technical part, it's very difficult to keep the shape in this moment, because even if you do a lot of class at home, bar in Zoom, watch Instagram, YouTube, this other one give class, and there's a moment where you really are tired of staying in front of a tablet, a computer, phone, or the connection Wi-Fi is bad. Oh my God, I didn't get. So it's very hard and takes a lot of energy out from what is important, that is making the muscles work every day in a proper way. You didn't go in the studio yet, right? Or
Yes.
few people.
Some few people in Indonesia, they starting to going to studio, but not too much.
Yeah, and also the thing is, even if they go 2 or 3 together, this is something you do for an audience. So of course your friends in the class, they are not the audience, but they are part of an audience because you are together. So until they don't have this feeling to go back in the studio and have this good competition between themselves, like, oh, she did a very good jeté. Yeah, you see this back leg is very stretched. The foot is so stretched, and the musicality, oh my God, I like that. When they don't have, again, this feeling of watching the others to learn what they want to do, what they don't want to do also, because it's both things that work, it's a little bit depressing. So the only thing I can say, just be patient. It's not because they maybe feel they are not motivated anymore and they start to be like this. It doesn't mean they don't like it, they don't want it. It's just they really have to be patient. They have to think, like, it's not really good to say this example, but let's say it happens anyway to the dancer. They have an injury, they have break their ankle or something, and they have to stay. That's it. In this moment, they have to be patient. And when you dance in a company, and maybe this happened before you had to go on stage and make a role, oh, this is really a moment where you don't want to be at home. Much more than this one they are living now. Mm-hmm. So that's because if they want to do this career, and I wish this for them, and one day they will be in a company. I hope not. I hope this will never happen. But even if it's something very small, like my toes or I have a little bit the knee, or maybe at home I took the corner of the furniture and my finger, my toes hurts a little bit, that you won't be able to put pointe shoes and perform and be like, you would be like, oh my God, I have so much pain. So this will happen anyway. Mm-hmm. And it's good they learn it now, because the problem is when people come from the school and they never really stop. Yeah. Or if they stop, they stop to take class, but they didn't stop to go on stage. So it's not a big deal. They are sad, but it's okay. But when it happens in the company, you are really sad. And in the beginning, you really don't want to stay at home. You just keep going, working with the pain. So it's a good that they know that there is a time that you have to be patient and strong. Anyway, things will change, I'm sure. I'm positive. And they will go again in the studio and do maybe competition, that you bring them to competition. So they will have again this moment.
We feel that, like, after several months at home doing some online class, some of the dancers, some of the students, they keep starting to feel like, oh my goodness, we really miss on stage. We really miss our friends. We really miss dancing in a group because
Yeah,
dancing solo, yeah, even at class, we cannot hug our friends. Yeah,
yeah, that's true. It's a exchange of energy, of beautiness, of arts. It's a particular world that we are in, so it's normal that they miss every part of this world. Not only taking class, not only, but try to make a lot of exercise. There is plenty on YouTube of how to keep the shape, how to use abductor muscles, how to. I mean, it's also a moment where they can learn a lot, also from the books. They wrote a lot of books. How you have to make a good passe. You know, there is a lot of things. They can take the chance to go deeper and to know really good this world, listening a lot of interviews, watching movies, even about ballet. And I'm sure this can be even better than before after all this.
so to
Because they will enjoy more, they will know what they're doing more now, and they know that they really want to do it. Maybe before they were just doing it because their friend is doing it. Now they know that they really want to do it.
yeah. So maybe after this pandemic, they will be more precious every time when they're going to class, when they're going to
Yeah, definitely.
and when they're going on stage. Yeah.
This
So
is what happened to us when we dance again. It was a beautiful spot in Rome where we had the stage in the center of Rome, historical place, and was really amazing. The moon, the trees, and the warm weather, and we had this stage. Was really amazing. It's like the first time. Was like the first time for everybody that we put the foot on the stage again.
how it feels? You feel like more like amazing. You feel
More, yeah, much more, much more.
so just like, I think like wait bit little longer. Yeah, be patient as
Be
what
patient. It's gonna be much better. Next competition, everybody will win for how much they will put a good energy on stage.
ethic and really enthusiastic to do. They do like really, they really doing everything for they do their
Yeah.
yeah. So thank you, Miss Christina.
Thank you
So
Thank you so much.
so really inspiring about all the little secret about like company life and maybe many student and many dancer who want to join the company they really have like more information about like the audition about like company life and they can like think about like uh, do I really want to go the company being a professional because they really need to prepare since as soon as possible they can do doing like a good preparation maybe at class for every time they took class they really prepare all the technique the expression musicality and everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I want to say something more. What is beautiful about ballet in general and studying ballet is not that it it gives you a good feeling for people who want to dance, who want to do this as a career, as a job, but it gives a lot of discipline forever in their life. Even they completely stop, they will be different human beings. Because not only who does ballet, but discipline, like whatever discipline it is. There is also martial arts, it's a discipline. Who study an instrument, whatever it is a discipline, ballet included, it gives you a good, really focus. Any job you're gonna do, you're gonna be a different kind of person.
Yes.
Right.
This everybody says this. So thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
Say hello to everybody.
Sebelum selesai, we will announce like some information because like next week minggu depan we will do Independence Days bazaar, because next week is Indonesian Independence
Day.
celebration.
Wow.
Yes.
Happy Independence Day.
Yes, thank you. We will do online virtual bazaar for donation. So don't forget, everyone. Next week we will do Saturday on 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. We do online bazaar, and you can check our Instagram for more information about the event. So we will donate. So all the sales will be donated to some students who cannot continuing their ballet study like pandemic, and we will donate also for the orphans house. Yeah, because we know like so many people suffering from this pandemic. Hopefully we can help from this event when we celebrate
Very
our
good.
days. Yeah. Thank you so much, Miss Christina.
Good job.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, see you again in
See you
next
again. Thank you, Elsa. Thank you, everybody. Hi, girls.
everyone.
Hi.
Bye.